Well, welcome everyone, all you dazzlers. Welcome to a look back on my mental health series from a few years ago, series 1 and 2. So if you want to stick by, watch it, please do. And subscribe, like, comment, you know what to do, blah, 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 all that crap. So, series 1, episode 1. This was in 2019. Can't believe it, way before the pandemic. Before, well, a lot of things actually. So yeah, first of all, I do like the opening sequence I did. I'm quite impressed with that. The music, I don't know what music I use, so I need to check into that one. But it was, yeah, I was quite impressed with that. Compared to the opening sequences I've had and have now, you know, this is quite a nice one. I spent about 2 hours last night watching each episode, making notes so I can chat, and bits to edit out, bits to look at and stuff, you know. I also made, the first episode was about, well, let's get into the first impressions. First of all, I was way too close to the screen. It's like my face was like right there. It's like, no. I didn't like that. Watching it back, it's like cringeworthy. But this is someone, I've seen YouTubers with videos like that and it doesn't bother me. But it's just me looking at myself, that's all it is, I think. Not very confident. The confidence in the first episode was like, I was talking like no emotions. It's like, oh my god. Oh, see it? Sorry, not the camera. So yeah, it's at least this one's a bit of a distance. You know, I've learned my lesson a bit. I still do the odd video now and again where it's a bit too close, like outdoors and stuff. But yeah. So I'll show you this bit. It's I just wish that, you know, I could go back and tell myself, you know, be careful, you know. Be careful with some of the bullying. It does go deep. But I never got to the point where I felt suicidal kind of thing. I never had that. Plus, in those days, there was no social media, so there wasn't online bullying, that kind of stuff. I do admit, that was badly edited and badly filmed, I suppose. But anyway, no, if I could go back in time, if I could go back now and talk to myself, I think I would not warn myself about the future. I would try and give positive advice about how things can be and how it can change. I think that's what I would do now, you know, if I had to go back in time. And yeah, so what else did I about my editing skills I think have improved. Me lighting, my camera, the audio, even though the audio was good, I was using my Samsung R10, which audio is really good on that, but that's why my face was right on the screen, because it doesn't have the wide angle-ish kind of thing. It's just, yeah, it zooms into it a bit too close for my liking. But I still a nice camera, but I only use it now and again. My dad gave it me and I want to, you know. So we now go on to episode 2. Yeah, I think it's a good start to the video when I did the disclaimer, and yeah, I was quite impressed with that. I've used disclaimers many times. And of course, lighting, way before the ring light ever occurred, I just use some USB LED light things so you can see them in my glasses. This episode is mainly about life after school, bullying, YTS days and stuff like that. Yeah, it's still awkward to think back on that it actually happened. It's a crazy world. Okay, now this section here, chat about how it still affects me today, which has changed a lot. So let's just watch the clip. A lot of my years I was bullied. It was It was awful. It was really bad, and I think that's what made my mental health issues. It still affects me now. It still affects me if I hear people shouting. If I get a customer coming to the shop and is abusive, I just think straight away, I'm getting bullied. It brings down memories, and I just curl up and just like anxiety issues and panic attacks. So it still affects me now. It's never going to stop, I don't think. Okay, so yeah, it's changed a lot. It's changed. I mean, yeah, a couple of years ago, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, I would have curled up in a ball and just, if someone seemed to be bullying me, I would cower down and just, I think anxiety would be. Whoosh. Now I just don't give a fuck. Honestly, it's like, people act like they're bullying, and I just think, you know what, get a life. I've been the victim. No more. That's the way I look at it now. It's like, what, you can do what you want. You're the one in the problem, mate. You're the one in the problem. That's how I approach it now. And yeah, and I said it would scar me for life, but it hasn't. Counselling's helped with that one. So that's a big change from only from 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. So yeah, let's move on to episode 3, shall we? Series 1. This one is generally about the family. The lighting's improved a little bit. I think this is when I tried to start using the lights in different positions and stuff, just to try and lighten the area up a bit, which I'm doing better now, of course. Yeah, that's one thing in my life. When we're growing up and family moved away, had their own lives, sort out stuff, and plus family passing away and that kind of stuff. I mean, my mum moved to Scotland, my dad moved to the countryside, my aunt moved to Ireland, my uncle moved away, and bit by bit, even friends started to vanish a bit, kind of thing. So I think psychologically, that did affect me quite a bit. No clips I could find really in that episode to show, but that's as it is. If you want to check out the series, the links will be in the description box somewhere on the screen. Right, in episode 4, depression and homelessness. I've got a few bits I pulled out of that episode to replay. So sit down. The thing with me is I've always been the one to be there for people if someone had a problem. They always come to me, talk to me, and I used to do the best I can with advice, and it was great. I used to love helping people, helping friends, with any problems and stuff. You see, when I watched this yesterday, it was on my big TV. But when you're watching a laptop, it's all right. Okay. So yeah, that's one positive thing about my life. Being there to try to help people the best I can, the best of my knowledge, best of my abilities. I'm not an expert, but I'm a good listener. I'm able to do that kind of thing. Claimed working tax credit, and the thing was, I kept getting letters going, we've overpaid you by 1,000 odd quid, And it was like, and for 4 months of the year, I was unemployed because it's a seasonal job. So I kept getting the letters when I was unemployed, and I'm going, I'm sure I haven't overpaid you, blah blah. Got letters back going, yeah, okay, we understand, yeah, don't worry, you don't have nothing to pay. So I didn't claim it again, did I? I didn't claim it thinking, I don't want these letters again. It was scary, especially living on your own. You see, that's one thing, the working tax credit. In those days, this is like 2006, the forms were so hard to fill out, and you needed a degree just to fill it out. Maybe now it's easier, I don't know. But the big problem is that I never claimed it again because I was too scared of Les. But I could have done, I should have carried on claiming it. I could have dealt with it because I think it just in them days, I felt like everyone was after me. I think that's probably, it's just strange why I didn't really carry on claiming it. My life would have been completely different by now, I suppose. Might not have been a YouTuber, I don't know. I don't know. So yeah, so that was the start of my downfall. But you just lock yourself away into this cave you don't want to come out of. You put yourself in a hole you don't want to come out of, and you're not eating, and you're not answering the door, and then you're not even, I was out of a job. Many, many, many times over the past few years, I've tried to talk about what it felt like in that situation, and it was like being trapped down a well. You're looking up and you know that there's a way out, but getting there is just an impossibility because there's nothing to grab hold of, nothing to do that. Now the counselling I'm having now is giving me the mental tools to get out of that kind of thing by imagining the rope that you could climb up, or roots of a tree you could climb up of, so it's easier to get out of the deep well. And it's worked a few times for me when I feel like I'm getting in there. I just imagine that little rope or something, and I could just climb out, and it does work, but you've got to really work on it to get it to work. It's generally roots of a tree, which is your personality, which you got positive roots, just word in each root as a positive phrase, then using them roots to pull you out of something. I know it sounds weird but it does work if you persevere with it. If you go through counselling, you might have experienced this kind of thing. But anyway, so yeah, one day I'll be able to explain exactly what it's like, but yeah. Depression is nasty and evil. That's why I want to talk about this, because I want people, if you are going through anything like this, please get support and help if you can. Find your friends, find your family. I know it's not easy. If someone told me this when I was going through it, I would have said the same thing. But no one was there, really. I could have done, but I didn't. So the reason for this is, if I can help one person, there was people there who could help me, but I didn't reach out to them. But if I did, then it would have been a different matter. So I want to be that support for someone who locks himself away. I want to help them get out of that and realise that, life does get better. I think that's the most meaningful comment. And yeah, I think I've lost a lot of weight since then. I don't know. I've still got the double chin. Yeah, that was quite powerful words actually, and I stand by that today, even stronger. I just wish that someone could have pushed me that much to help and let me listen, rather than listening and not taking notice. But the past is the past. Could just move on and help other people. Yeah. So that was episode 4 of series 1. And I must admit, when I'm watching these, I saw myself, because I filmed this all in one go, with this series. So it was. I think the more I was going on, the more confidence I was getting. Confident. So yeah. So let's go. So we got homelessness in Emmaus in episode 5. I want to go into Emmaus a bit more in depth. I'm still working on the series, but it's going to be a shorter series this time, I think. There's lots of things I can't mention, lots of things I can mention, and it's got to be positive. Being my dad's and other things happening, I thought I lost the plot. I lost the plot completely. After all happened, I was ashamed of myself. I was a burden to my dad, and a lot, even dad said I wasn't, but I know I was. I was in the way. I was causing problems. I was not me. I was just someone, an alien. I think alien was a bit of a strong word, really. Maybe not feeling human, not feeling, well, just not being me, something else. So an alien, I suppose. Yeah. I know I wasn't a burden. I know I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. I mean, my dad helped me the best he could, but he was struggling because there was too many people living in the house. when I was just, long timing actually. But yeah, I know I love my dad to bits, and so glad that he helped me what he could. I know, but I know I wasn't. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, that was strong words actually when I said that. Yeah, but I suppose at the time it was deep in my mind that, I felt bad that the situation I got into, which I should do, but that was now 14 years ago. Wow. God, it goes on so fast, doesn't it? I've grown up so much. If I could, again, like the beginning of this episode, if I could go back now and tell myself that, what's happened between then and now, I wouldn't believe myself. I'll go, no, get lost, get a life. Okay, go in it. I still get good days and bad days. Not as many bad days, but when I do, it's like trapped in the well again, and it's hard to get out of. But I can dig myself out of it, kind of thing. Not like before when I trapped myself a lot. I can find a way out of it. It might take days, but I do find a way out of it, and then I'm alright. I end up contradicting myself there, don't I? Because an episode ago I said that, I'll never find a way out of this. Now I'm saying that I can dig myself out of it. And, it's... I don't know. Maybe my brain was confused. I don't know. But yeah, so I was explaining I can dig myself out of a well now, no problem. And I said that in them days, it lasted days, maybe a week when I had anxiety. I lost sleep. I was... any little thing, make one little mistake in the shop, days I'd be panicking again. Oh no, what we've done. Now it's about hours. It's like a couple hours time. It's like, you know what, this happened, move on. It won't happen again. Blah blah blah. But I've taught myself with these mind tools from the counselling to help me through. Yeah, okay, I still get the bad days, still get the good days, but the bad days are mainly because I don't know what the heck's going on. Because I've broken down all these walls, there's more emotions I'm experiencing which I haven't experienced yet because the walls, the anxiety was blocking it all. So that's what I've got to overcome now. new things come into mind, which I mean, what am I doing that? What's how I, when things go wrong, it's a bit different now. It's like I'm learning, but then it's creating more, like a domino effect, creating more little issues which I haven't learned to sort out yet. It's a never-ending story, I'm sure if you've got mental health problems, you exactly know what I mean. Yeah. It's something you can't just snap out of it, as people think, lucky for them. Anyway, the next one. This is a window to the world, It's not an easy thing to do, point a camera in your face and talk, but I love it. It's great. The editing process, the creativity. I wish I still had that notice board in the background. I'd love to have that saying 2021. I am able to look into the lens far easier now, whether it be a camera or it be a phone. I still have issues with vlogging in public, but most people do. But yeah, so yeah, it is the world to the window. When these go uploaded, anyone in the world can watch these videos. Anyone with a laptop, anyone with the internet. It's millions and millions of people, and I don't get that many views. But it's there for when people find it and watch it, whether it be weeks, days, whatever, months, years. Someone could watch this in about 5 years' time, and it could help them. It could open their eyes a bit. So you don't know. So whether in 24 hours it does 5 views, a year's time it could be on 1,000 views. That's not what counts on this channel. It's there for when people want to find it. But yeah, so that was series 1. Series 2 would be a separate episode. And 1 second. Okay, so I did write some notes about it overall. music in the background. Yeah, I know. Well, at least it wasn't copyright claimed. Yeah, the kitchen downstairs. I can see a big difference between then and now, especially me more, a bit more animated rather than sitting there going, a bit more animated, smiling and looking at the camera more and kind of thing. It's my plan when I made this series was to do this, look in fact 3 or 4 years time after making it, look back and then reflect and see how I've improved, kind of thing. So it's took this long to get this far, but I'm happy. Look back and I can see a difference. I'm very positive about who I am now and kind of thing. I've still got a long way to go, but I'm proud of myself, and I've gone so far now that I can't go back to them days. You know what I mean? I won't go back to them days. Biggest change is not letting anxiety affect me for days or weeks, only hours. Sometimes maybe a few more hours, but that's the biggest change. Really, since that. Okay, peeps. Hope it's okay. I shall leave you, and I shall see you in part 2, where it's going to be looking at series 2. So let me know what you think. Comment below. Let me know. Subscribe, like, notification bell. Select all will notify you when part 2 goes up, or just check out my playlist with all these episodes. You can watch them all in full. They're about 5 to 10 minutes long each, varied. So yeah, and let me know what you think. Hit that like, dislike, whatever you want to do. It all adds to the algorithm. Yeah. Thank you very much. I'll see you in episode 2. Totally bits.